Hi, I'm Max.
And I'm Skylar.
Recently, we decided to start watching Bob's Burgers to see what it was all about.
And it didn't take us long to become completely obsessed with the show.
But one of the things we love the most about the show is the brilliant end credit sequences.
Which is why we created this podcast.
Each week, we're going episode by episode to talk about the elaborate end credits.
We're excited to have you join us right here on Bob's Credits.
We'll make sure the Bob's Burgers end credits get the credit they're due.
All right!
Chip Chipper droopy neck.
Why did you touch your nose?
Because I had an itch right when I was doing the Chip Chipperoo. Sorry.
I thought you, what's the scary part of a turkey?
Oh, that's a good question. What is that thing called?
The red.
I just called it.
Yeah.
I think that's a scientific name for it.
I think so too.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
We are off to a good start.
As always, it's the day after Christmas, and we're cozied up wondering if we even remember how to record.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little rusty.
I'm very excited. We have a Thanksgiving episode today. So
let's just go back. Let's go back in time. The holidays are over. Let's start them all over again. Now, before we get into too much, let's take a little moment to thank a couple new Patreon subscribers and burger pun their names.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us on Patreon, Sammy Shea. Moving forward, you will be known as the Grammy Shake Burger. It's a normal burger.
Oh, he has an explanation.
Served with a graham cracker shake on the side.
That sounds delightful.
Yeah.
Do you know in Grease, the movie?
Oh, it was so funny because normally I would think of Grease the movie right away, but I thought about Grease the country. So if you were talking about Grease the country, I would have been like, the movie? It was weird there.
Okay.
Sorry.
I thought you were thinking about Burger Grease.
Oh, yes. No, I always think about the movie first when I hear Grease. What do you think about when you hear Grease?
Well, I think about what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
So in Grease the movie.
The flying car.
No.
Okay.
When they go into that diner in the first third of the movie and they're eating burgers and shakes, oh, it looks so good. There's just something about a shake and a burger, and I haven't done it in such a long time.
Yeah, just like a classic diner shake and burger.
Yes.
Well, that's what this is.
Steak and shake, baby.
Enjoy the Grammy Shake Burger.
Love it.
Joining you, Sammy, is Caroline. And Caroline, moving forward, you will be known as the Carrot Swine Burger. Some carrots, maybe some bacon on there.
Delish.
Goes great with that Grammy Shake, honestly. But thank you so much to the two of you for joining us on Patreon. We hope you're enjoying all of those bonus episodes we have on there. There are millions of them at this point, it feels like.
I think there's 40.
There's at least 50. There's over 50. And there's a lot of other bonus features over there if you are interested and you would like your name Burger Punt here on the show. And even if you don't want your name Burger Punt here on the show and you just want all those bonus features.
That's patreon.com/Bob's Credits. Thank y'all. We are ecstatic to have you. Are you ready for Skylar Sides? The fun facts before the fun facts.
Dish it, girl.
All right. I have a topical, timely piece of news for you.
Interesting. I love this. Is it
So,
going to be timely by the time this is posted? Yes, this will go up pretty quickly.
Yeah, this is going up in a couple days here.
Oh, wow.
Max Miller.
Pressure is on.
Not one, but two Bob's Burger episodes made the 2023 New York Times list for best TV episodes.
Two of them.
Two.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Do you have any guesses? It is split between 2023 covers season 13 and 14.
Okay, so Plight Before Christmas.
Nope, but it did get an honorable mention.
Oh, okay. Wow. The zombie one.
No.
Okay. The Little King Trash Mouth one.
No.
Should I just keep guessing all the episodes from the two seasons?
I'm surprised you haven't got it. Okay. Do you remember the finale of season 14? Season 13?
Season 13's finale was zooming?
Okay.
Airplanes.
Yes. All right. So, Amelia
Oh, yes. Okay.
made the list, as did the amazing Rudy from season 14.
Okay. Well, There you go. Come on, Max.
Let me tell you what they said about The Amazing Rudy, because I think it is such a high compliment for this show.
Yeah, let's hear it.
And keep in mind, like, this kind of shout outs and, you know, making lists, it just raises the clout of Bob's Burgers, which is so great for the show, and like how long it'll be on, and can they have a second movie, like all that stuff. So this, it may seem little, but it is important. So it says, it's a rare comedy that can maintain quality and even improve going into its 14th season. It's an even rarer one that, this long into its run, can pull off a striking and effective departure from form like this side character spotlight.
I could not agree more. That's what we love about the show, right? That it's
High praise.
You still feel how much love the people behind the show have for it, and the creativity, the experimenting and trying different things despite being successful at one thing.
Yeah. They're not resting on their laurels.
Yes.
And even the animation, they're experimenting with it. In this most recent Christmas episode, the animation looked way more fluid. They are...
Oh, yeah. Louise's noodly arms.
Noodly body.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Good job, everyone. That's super special to be on a list like that, because there's a lot of really good TV this year. And to have, for the New York Times to point out Bob's Burgers with...
Twice.
Yeah. For such good television that was around.
Yeah. Was the list a little weird to me? Yes. The Bear wasn't on it.
Really?
Succession wasn't on it.
Okay.
What, did I want to sit them down in a room and be like,
are you sure?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. Yay, Bob's Burgers. I have one more important shout out that I need to give before we move on to Max Pun or Bob Pun. Last week, we had one of our listeners pick up on the most amazing detail that we were able to share in last week's episode during the Gatsby party with the letters. Do you remember that?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jade S., for reaching out and being like, hey, that was me, because we really wanted to give you credit for finding that gem. Something that I think makes our podcast special is like going and getting those really, really deep cut details. And thank you for helping us make that episode.
Thank you, Jade. That was an incredible spot, and it really made our jobs a little bit easier.
Yes.
And more special.
Yes.
Are you ready for a little Bob Pun or Max Pun?
Let's do it.
We are kicking this post-holiday season off with burger puns. Going back to the original.
But not holiday themed, just original, classic, OG burgers.
Not holiday themed.
Love it.
Your first pun is the all hot and collared burger.
Max?
Bob's.
Oh, darn.
Your next pun is parting is such sweet potato burger.
Max.
Yes.
Max loves a sweet potato.
I do love a sweet potato.
I'm looking at your $40 SAG check.
My Screen Actors residuals that I get from when I was a teenager.
That's a big check right
big
there.
Big checks coming through. That's actually one of the bigger ones, honestly.
Yeah.
Your next pun is nice guy spinach last burger.
I don't want spinach in my burger.
I like spinach.
Cooked spinach is a thing for me.
Yeah, you don't like it very much, but I'll eat it.
Yeah. Max.
Bob's.
Shit.
And your final pun is celery stalking on sunshine burger.
Max.
Yes.
This is a horrible showing.
Should we get into this episode?
Let's do it.
Skylar, can we have the title and synopsis for Season 9, Episode 7, please?
The title is I Bob Your Pardon. The Belchers attend the mayor's turkey pardoning, which is great until the mayor doesn't show, and the kids find out that the bird of honor will soon be on its way to a slaughterhouse. And so it's agreed they will follow Marcia, the government employee responsible for taking care of the bird, in order to rescue Droopy Neck, which Bob isn't super into because he just wants to pick up some fresh cranberries for their Thanksgiving dinner.
This episode came out on November 18th, 2018. It was written by Nora Smith and directed by Chris Song. This episode we have watched a lot recently because we just passed Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And then we, I guess, watched it again for this recording.
We just watched it once.
Okay, but that's still more recent than typical.
Yeah.
See, like the holiday episodes, we always
Watch a lot.
are so much more familiar with than we are like just random episodes and seasons.
How do you like this episode on its own? How do you think it folds in to the ranking of all the Thanksgiving episodes?
I've liked it the more we've watched it, but it's not my favorite Thanksgiving episode, that's for sure.
Yeah, it really grows on me. In particular, something that's becoming like iconic in my heart is the fresh cranberries and Bob. And it's just, when I think Thanksgiving, like, of course, I think all the other classic things like Linda's songs, etc. But Bob in that cranberry bog, Bob on the stairs being like, no, we're not having canned cranberry sauce. And Tina being like, I like how it comes out in one shape. It just really just sticks to my heart.
And he's so upset. Maybe this is a situation where it's like new side characters get too much screen time for me. And you know how I feel about that a lot of the times
I do,
when they're
yeah.
not like, because we do get a lot of side characters in this one getting
Yes.
screen time. We have Marcia, as you mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
voiced by Lennon Parnham. And the last time we heard her, she was voicing Janine, the owner of Yours Truly Stationery.
Oh, okay.
We get Paul F. Tompkins back, and he is this time the deputy mayor, Daniel Cunningham.
Yep. Our villain.
Yeah.
No, deputy mayor.
Yeah, he's the villain, I'd say.
Yeah.
He's played numerous quote-unquote villains in this show. He, of course, is probably most famously known as Braconius from the Equestronauts.
The villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's Randy, the documentarian, who Bob always butts heads with.
Yes.
From Sacred Cow.
What a theme.
Yep.
What a piece of work.
Sticking with voices, we've got Rob Hubel, who is
Love
back this time as Ralph, the reporter.
Love it.
But probably most known as, what's his name? The
Prince of Persuasion.
There you go. The Prince
Yeah.
of Persuasion. Very funny voice, a very funny comedic actor.
Yes.
That's a lot of side characters in there. Plus, we get Drew P. Neck, who is probably voiced by maybe a Foley artist.
Maybe.
Someone who's going doing the noise that I was talking about.
You're pretty good at that, to be honest.
I just want to point out, thank you. I appreciate that. That really touches me. I'm going to pursue a career in turkey rolls. We don't have our holiday merchandise down from the site yet, and there is some fun like Save Drew P. Neck stuff on there if you want that. That is kind of like a play on Save Ferris from
It's
Ferris
really
Bueller's
cute.
Day Off.
Yeah.
So if you want that, get that before we take it down for the year.
So you said like this might be one where the side characters draw your attention too much. And like I get that, but unlike some of the other episodes that do that, like the Edith episode, Bobby Driver we were talking about recently, it really is a family-centric episode. And that's why I think it constantly grows on me. Because I love Bob's playing like the straight man, like, please don't break into Marcia's car while I go into this convenience store. Him driving, they're on the highway and he pulls like, what's that called? Where either you can exit or keep going. It's like that triangle where no car should ever stop.
A roundabout?
Definitely
that's
not a
that-
roundabout.
It's like that triangle, and he says round. Well done. Let's get this boy back to elementary school.
Anyway, when Tina's like, Dad.
Adult man.
Dad. Adult man. Dad, I don't think you should stop here. He's like, I know, Tina. Like, I love Bob needing something so simple for himself. He just wants the fresh cranberries and the family egging him on to this crazy adventure. It's just a formula that works so well for me.
Yeah, I agree. And I love seeing just Bob happy in that cranberry bog. I'm glad we get a flashback to it. I would never go in a cranberry bog because...
Tell us.
Spiders.
Yeah, so we went on a really fun podcast called Playdate.
With Dash and Allie.
With Dash and Allie. And Allie informed us that inside cranberry bogs are a shit ton of spiders. And it's just ruined my dream that I never knew I had of wading into a cranberry bog.
Count me out. I don't even like cranberries to begin with. Sorry, Bob. And sorry, Bog. But I am having nothing to do with either one of those things. Well, Bob will have something to do with, but not while he's in a bog.
Okay. Okay, no bog bob.
No Bog Bob.
Okay. I have a few just like little tiny things that I love about the episode. Do you want to talk more about broad strokes about the episode?
No, let's get. I'd love that you have these little tiny things that you've recorded on your notes.
My cute notes app. Okay, the first scene when they're talking about how they're going to a turkey pardon, Jean has a Dolly pardon line,
Oh yeah,
and that was delightful.
we
To me.
love Dolly Parton in this house.
We love Dolly.
And we know Gene loves Dolly Parton in his house.
I also love Linda's enthusiasm about the mayor, also in the first scene. The other thing I love about this episode is the foliage. Holy moly, it's gorgeous.
Holy foliage.
It is gorgeous. The other thing is, I have, with 2 exclamation points on my notes, blender watch.
Oh, that's right. We won a blender, not we, but we as
We, the family.
meaning the Belchers. I think we can all relate to that.
Yeah.
When we say we. It's like when you have a favorite sports team though and you say we, like you didn't do anything.
Exactly.
you-
We won.
We won. No, you didn't. You're not on the team, but that's how we feel about the Belchers. So we all won a blender with the Belchers on the last episode?
No.
No, 2 episodes ago.
Yes.
The Live and Let Fly.
Yes.
And
the
now
paper
we
airplane.
see it. Yeah, we see the
competition.
blender. If that's the same blender, I'm assuming it is.
It's on the counter in the Belchers apartment.
Yep.
And it feels like it has to be the same blender. So my little heart was so happy seeing that. That was
Yeah.
really fun.
Blender Watch has been a success so far
So it has.
in one episode.
In one episode. And the last thing I have is when Tina is like trying to convince Bob that they should go save this turkey. I love when Tina's mean. Like, it's like one of my favorite things ever. She tells Bob to do something with your life for once.
Tina, it's so funny when we watch holiday episodes because you get to jump around from season to season so much. And early Tina was not a great character.
In our
Opinion.
humble
Like, I
opinion.
love how more dimensional Tina has gotten as the series has gone on.
I love that you mentioned this because sometimes characters come out fully baked in a pilot and sometimes they don't. And I know that, you know, Tina was a brother. What was his name? I can't remember. Daniel. And the network was like, there was some notes about Daniel and like, I don't know if it was then notes on Tina, like we don't really know what this character is. But then when they get her, I mean, I think she's one of the most beloved characters because she's so relatable, but she was lost a little bit. Her character was lost in that first season.
Yeah, and even like a couple, like even like I'll say up to season 3 because that's where the holiday episodes start, and that's what we've been watching recently to like kind of go through all the holiday episodes. And yeah, even like season 3, there's some stuff that it's just like
We were like, who is
she
this?
just becomes such a much better character, and I guess that's the same for all the characters. Kind of, you know, they've grown a lot,
Yeah.
and as wonderful as they were initially, they're just so much more special.
I think I'm forming a theory here.
Okay.
Do you remember when we first started watching Bob's and I was like, Jean is my favorite character?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden it became Tina.
Yes.
I feel like because Tina changed so much, that's why Jean stuck out more to me in the first season.
Oh yeah,
That makes sense.
definitely.
Yeah.
Does. Yeah. Tina also has a line that I love in this episode because whenever I hear that woman's name, Marcia, just not her specifically in this episode,
Yeah.
but that name, I always think of the Brady Bunch.
Yep.
Marcia, Marcia, Marcia.
Yep.
So when Tina says it's Marcia, 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 it cracks me up.
It's so good. So after talking about this a little bit, are you more fond of the episode?
I am. I'm definitely more fond of it. I still think it ranks on the lower end for Thanksgiving episodes for me,
Yes.
but I definitely am not like, I don't really want to watch this one, or like, I don't know if I'm into this one. I definitely enjoyed it a lot more.
Yeah. I
than
get
I did.
excited about it now.
Yeah. We both just took giant swigs of coffee after that, probably because we should start getting to the end credits
Let's do it.
because we've got a classic Linda song in the end credits.
Let's do it.
And we want to hear it. So the last moment before these end credits has the family all around the Thanksgiving table. One of my favorite things that happens in Bob's when they, despite all the hijinks, they still get to have their Thanksgiving.
Amen.
So let's listen to a little bit of that as the song comes in.
Okay, everybody, let's dig in.
I'm gonna pardon that fool right into my mouth.
It's just not how pardoning works.
Pardon me while I pardon gravy all up in this mamma jamma and get a little onto my knees and a little bit all over my neck.
Stop, Gene.
And I'm gonna pardon the cork right out of this pardonay.
Okay, well, words have meaning, but whatever. Let's eat.
We're keeping our word. We're saving the bird this year. Gonna keep the word, gonna save the bird. That's what you heard.
Before we get into these end credits, that last scene, did you notice the weird like elephant sculpture thing on the bookcase in the background?
No.
Okay, this is going to be in our carousel on
Okay.
Instagram. If you want to go look at it right now while you're listening, make sure you're checking out our Instagram carousel that goes with this episode. But I'm going to go back just to show you. I need to know more about this. Do you see it here?
Yes. Is it a Barney cookie jar?
I don't know what it is. Have we missed something in the past? Is there an elephant? Or
Did
is it just
they-
like a weird thing that they have? Because they do have some weird things on the bookshelf.
Is it did they shrink the wheelie mammoth? Is it a teddy bear or like a ceramic?
No, it looks like a ceramic.
It's weird.
Just something I wanted to point out because it was very prominent in that scene.
They also have some beer steins, which
Yeah, they do have a collection of like 3 or 4 beer steins on the top shelf. Okay, that's all I want to say about that last scene.
well, and to mention the last scene is packed with jokes. I never heard the pardonnay joke before.
Mhm.
It's just packed to the brim.
Yeah,
and
they're just-
Bob's like, words
Yeah.
have meanings.
Just throwing them left and right.
So good.
Tell me what happens when we get to these end credits.
Classic kitchen scene. Linda is in that kitchen and she is singing and dancing. Her 2 daughters are facing the camera, being her backup dancers. And Bob is in his waders.
He sure
At
is.
the grill.
He sure is. And what I will say is there's a lot of elbow throwing in these dance moves from everyone.
Very much. Maybe it's a turkey theme.
And some shoulders from Linda.
Shoulders? Come on, Max. Shimmies.
Shimmies.
Yeah.
Shimmies from Linda.
Gonna keep the word, gonna save the bird. That's what you heard. We're keeping our word. We're saving the bird this year. Gonna keep the word, gonna save the bird. That's what you heard.
What is that?
This little like she's got like hips moving and she's doing like little like her little paw hands that she does. Her little dangly paw
well,
hands.
Maybe that's where Tina got her little hand move.
Who else do we see that pops into this?
Is it Droopy Neck?
It's Droopy Neck.
Cool.
In our word, we're saving the bird this year. Gonna keep the word, gonna save the bird. That's what you heard.
Oh, there he is.
Don't you taint my mayor. Don't you taint my mayor. Let him fly. We're saving the bird this year. Gonna keep the word, gonna save the bird. That's what you heard. We're keeping our word. We're saving the bird this year.
I figured I'd just let it play through.
Did you see Bob's butt scratch in the waiters? Did that
Yeah.
happen?
Yeah, I did.
I missed it, but
Yeah, I think I did.
I loved it.
You missed it, but you loved it?
Yep.
Okay. I'm not sure if he does a butt scratch here.
He
I
needs
don't-
to.
It might be hard to scratch your butt in waiters. Too rubbery.
Linda is like in front of him a little bit too much to maybe make the animation worth it, but I did miss the butt scratch. That would be really funny to me.
Yeah. But at the very end, where Gene usually appears from the right side of the screen, he is dousing himself with gravy from the gravy boat.
Down the front,
Down the
down
front,
the back.
down the back, everywhere you want gravy or don't want gravy.
I was going to tell you, I'm really craving gravy. I know
Interesting.
it's the day after Christmas, but Max and I never do traditional meals, not for Thanksgiving, not for Christmas. So, like, I'm really craving gravy, baby.
Bob is going to hate me for saying this, but I like a canned gravy.
You like canned gravy?
I do.
Has anyone ever made you homemade gravy?
Probably, yeah, but I still like a canned gravy. It's yummy. But you can make me homemade gravy. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. I don't care.
I never get to make you homemade gravy.
Make me homemade gravy. I'll drink it up.
We could make biscuits and gravy. Have you ever had biscuits and gravy?
No? What biscuits? Oh, I'm surprised Biscuit didn't even react to that. He
You've
usually
never
does.
had biscuits and gravy?
No, I've had biscuits and gravy.
You just said you hadn't had biscuits
I
and
know.
gravy.
I was thinking about a biscuit joke and
And you weren't really listening.
right. So I just
Got
threw
it.
a word out at you.
Got it.
Welcome to marriage, everyone. I think we can jump right into scoring these.
Scoring?
But first, it's a holiday episode. It's a Thanksgiving episode. There's a Linda song. So naturally, the National has covered a version of Saving the Bird.
Really?
We should take a little listen to that before we score.
Okay.
Come on, Sky. Come on, Nora. Come on, child. Can't you animate the grass?
Always so sad.
That's like the fastest they've ever sung on one of their covers. The gonna dun 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 dun.
Yeah, we have some good The National cover song moments in our Christmas episode details on YouTube
Yeah.
video. So go watch that for some good National clips. But we should score these.
Let's do it. Do you like the song?
I do like the song. We score on a scale of 1 to 10 H's at the end of Tina's O.
I'm going to be honest. Bob and his waiters, after, like, we've just kind of seen the flashback at the family table, Thanksgiving table. So it's fresh on our mind. And then he's in his waiters there. And we love a Bob win. They're few and far between. So that really raises it for me. But it's not like fireworks for me.
Same.
So I'm going to let you go first.
I'm going to give it a 9.
I'm going to give it an 8.
Because I love the Linda song. I love Linda's dance moves. I love the kids' dance moves in the background. I love that Bob's in his waiters. I love a little droopy neck coming in to dance.
Gene and his gravy.
Gene and the gravy. It's just good stuff from all the episode. And it's a catchy song. And I'm going to be singing it for the rest of the day. Yeah.
Yep.
Those are the end credits to I Bob Your Pardon. Thank you, everyone, for listening. What do we have to do? We've shouted out everything we have to do. Is there anything else you want to say before we get out of here, Skylar?
Yeah, I am wishing everyone a beautiful, happy new year. I hope that whatever you are going through, that you start this new year with a little lightness and a little hope. And we love you and we can't wait to enter a new year with y'all. Yeah, I hope you're safe and happy and all of the above.
That was beyond beautiful. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, we're really, really grateful for all of you.
We are, yes. Going on that, since it's the end of the year and we're being sentimental, just thank you for supporting us this year. It was a very exciting year for us.
It was. This was our first full year of Patreon.
Mhm.
It feels like we've been hanging out with you guys for years,
Yeah.
but this was the first official year.
It's true. Yeah. It's incredible. And we're just so humbled by your support and the love and just all your messages.
We're going to have so much fun next year.
Yeah.
We are going
we're
to
very
keep
excited.
the good stuff
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone. And we hope you have a happy new year. And we'll see you in 2024.
We'll see you in the new year.
Oh, God.
Stay saucy, y'all.